Jubilation erupts across Ivory Coast as reports of a successful military coup spread like wildfire, sending shockwaves throughout West Africa. Citizens flood the streets, singing and dancing, while military forces seize control in what many are calling a revolutionary turning point. The ousting of President Alassane Ouattara, long accused of aligning too closely with Western interests, has ignited a new wave of hope among Ivorians seeking true independence. With the internet shut down and official confirmation still scarce, whispers of freedom and sovereignty echo from Abidjan to Bouak. Could this be the dawn of a new era for Ivory Coast? If this is your first time here, kindly like our video, share, and subscribe to support us. Feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments below. But please keep all discussions respectful and constructive. In recent hours, the digital world has been abuzz with unconfirmed reports of a possible military coup in Ivory Coast. While official details remain elusive, several sources claim that President Alassane Ouattara may have been ousted, or at least seriously challenged, by elements within his own military. Amid these swirling rumors, the internet across Ivory Coast has reportedly been shut down, raising further questions about what might truly be unfolding behind the blackout. With social media networks silent and communication channels cut, speculation has grown even louder. Has a faction within the Ivorian military seized power? And if so, why now? What's emerging is a potential story not just about regime change, but about Africa's future. One where local leaders are held accountable not just by foreign allies, but by their own people. Many commentators point to President Ouattara's controversial decision to approve a U.S. military base near the borders with Burkina Faso and Mali. This move, which bypassed public consultation, has sparked outrage among Pan-Africanists and citizens who see it as a betrayal of the continent's sovereignty. Why would any African leader invite foreign military forces into a region currently defined by a revolutionary push for autonomy and anti-colonial unity? In a time when countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger are rejecting neo-colonial control, Ivory Coast's alignment with Western military interests seems dangerously tone-deaf, or worse, complicit. For many, this appears to be the final straw in a long list of grievances against the current administration. What makes this situation even more alarming is the total internet shutdown across Ivory Coast. This blackout, many argue, is a deliberate attempt to suppress information, control narratives, and stifle dissent. Some sources go as far as suggesting that the U.S. may be involved in efforts to prevent the spread of news about the uprising. Eyewitness reports, though currently unverifiable, suggest gunfire has been heard in key regions, and that public protests are erupting in major cities. Videos posted by observers in South Africa, Senegal, and elsewhere claim that citizens are calling for the military to take control and force President Ouattara to step down. While it is difficult to confirm these developments in real time, the silence from traditional media and the Western press has only heightened suspicions. Across Africa, activists and everyday people alike are watching the unfolding events with a mixture of hope and caution. Some believe that if the coup is indeed underway, it signals a bold stand against Western manipulation and exploitation. Supporters of Pan-Africanism, especially in countries that have recently seen their own political awakenings, are interpreting the situation as a possible domino effect. Could Ivory Coast be the next chapter in a growing continental pushback against foreign control? Voices from within the African diaspora are asking hard questions. Why do African leaders continue to allow foreign military expansion, knowing the risks? Is it for personal gain, pressure, or fear of losing power? And more importantly, are the people finally saying, enough is enough? In one viral video, a South African content creator reported that large-scale demonstrations have broken out across multiple cities in Ivory Coast. Protesters are allegedly demanding not just the resignation of the president, but the complete restructuring of the government. Could this be the sign of a deeper frustration, not just with President Ouattara, but with decades of corrupt governance, neo-colonial influence, and economic inequality? Some insiders speculate that if true, this uprising may not be a simple coup, but a full-scale revolution, one in which the people, backed by military allies, are rejecting puppet governments and reclaiming their sovereignty. Curiously, major international outlets have remained silent on the situation. Why has the potential collapse of a key West African government not made global headlines? This silence has only fueled theories that the West may have a vested interest in downplaying the event, especially if it involves the loss of a key strategic ally in the region. Many wonder whether efforts are being made behind the scenes to restore the current regime, regardless of public sentiment. It wouldn't be the first time foreign powers have propped up unpopular leaders in Africa to protect geopolitical and economic interests. As of now, much remains unverified. No official statements have been released from the Ivorian government, and all communications appear tightly controlled. Yet the growing chorus of voices across the continent suggests that something major is indeed happening. Whether it's a coup, an uprising, or a government crackdown, one thing is certain. The people are restless, and Africa is watching. Amid this uncertainty, many prominent Pan-African thinkers have stepped forward to remind Africans of the bigger picture. In a resurfaced video clip, Dr. Arikana Kahambri-Kweyo passionately urged Africans to wake up and take responsibility for the fate of their continent. "You cannot expect those who enslaved us to free us," she declared. "Africa belongs to Africans, and every black person across the globe has a stake in it." Her message, originally intended as a wake-up call to confront economic systems built to exploit Africa, has taken on new relevance in light of current events. She emphasized the need to dismantle exploitative structures such as the IMF, World Bank, and Bretton Woods institutions. According to her, these were never designed for African success, but for continued dependency. Whether or not the situation in Ivory Coast turns out to be a full-blown coup, the incident raises broader issues that can no longer be ignored. Across the Sahel, Gulf of Guinea, and Central Africa, citizens are increasingly rejecting foreign-imposed governance. From the military transitions in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to rising anti-French sentiments in former colonies, a powerful message is emerging. Africans want to govern themselves without foreign interference. This isn't just about politics. It's about dignity, justice, and the right to decide their own destinies. The road ahead for Ivory Coast, and Africa more broadly, will not be easy. The collapse of one regime doesn't guarantee justice, and military takeovers carry their own risks. Still, the rising tide of resistance may be a necessary storm before the dawn of a more self-determined future. The events in Ivory Coast may ultimately prove to be a tipping point, or simply another chapter in a much larger, ongoing struggle. Whatever the outcome, history is being written now. How will our children remember this moment? Will they speak of a generation that remained silent while its nations were sold off to foreign powers? Or will they celebrate a movement that rose, resisted, and reclaimed its destiny? The signs of awakening are all around us. Whether in street protests, military action, or the words of thought leaders, Africa's heart is beating louder and stronger than ever before. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video to stay updated on unfolding stories across Africa. Your support helps us continue bringing you bold, uncensored news that matters. Join the conversation in the comments.